Good morning, Jane. Throughout the years, there have been certain constants in George Harrison's life. A commitment to spiritual growth, his enjoyment of gardening, even his home in England is in the middle of a national park, and of course, there's his music. Music was such a huge part of your life. Do you still make music every day?
Maybe not every day, but I do. Although I haven't been involved making any records for a while, I still write tunes. I've got a studio in my house, and I make demos. I leave, there's boxes of demos. Sort of, someday somebody can overdub on them, like Jim Reeves. Maybe I'll make another album. I just got sort of fed up with it. It just seemed, the record business goes through all kinds of different stages, and last time I made an album, I don't think anybody knew what was happening. And they were so busy getting opinions from people on the side of the street of what's supposed to be a hit song. That's what they tell me, like, a hit single is love lost or gained between 13 and 21-year-olds. What kind of chance does that give me? So I thought I'll just go gardening for a bit. Maybe I would mind a concert here or there, but it's not, it's not my idea of fun, really. I don't like the idea of being on the road and having to be someplace, I think at times it's fun being in a band, and it's got a lot of energy, and it can be thrilling, but I just did a tune with another charity show in Birmingham. It was all the Birmingham bands, the ELO and the Moody Blues, people like that. And that was fun, just to get up and sing Johnny Be Good is easy, but I don't really want to go out there singing all my tunes day in, day out.
In the recent video, the Carl Perkins special, you honored him and you thrilled him by participating. Why did you choose to do that?
Well, I was, my apprenticeship, I think, was with that kind of music, and I'd met Carl years ago. He was such a nice, sweet man, very, very genuine person. And I think I just liked that music so much. I thought, well, if I'm ever going to get up and do something again, then this thing, at least I know how to do this sort of stuff.
I'm ready, George. Play that lick, will you?
It was a very emotional performance for him, and it looked like it was emotional for everybody there. Is that what it felt like?
It was nice because, again, although it wasn't a charity show, well, it was Carl Aid. But it was, I think, again, most people just did it because they loved Carl Perkins, and that's it. And so it went a bit beyond, the usual thing of getting up posing and aren't I cute, look at my skin shine, look at my...
Your commitment to spiritual values has been a constant part of your life. In the form that we experienced it in the 60s, devotees and gurus, is that still the form that it takes in your life?
I think the 60s, it was sort of necessary and important what happened. And I think, like with anything, if you want to learn tennis, you go to somebody who can instruct you in tennis. If you want to learn how to be a yogi or how to meditate or whatever, then you need an instructor somebody who knows that. And unfortunately, the word guru became a bit of a joke because, again, with the way the press saw them as silly old fellas, like Maharishi with his long hair and things like that. And also because there were a lot of bogies, as there are yogis, there's also bogies. And, mentioning names, there's been quite an influx of them over the years into America. And I still think it's like somebody once said, you have to be like the wise ant that crawls through the grains of sand and finds the grains of sugar. And so each person has to find for himself a way for inner realization. I mean, the goal, I still believe that the only reason we're on this planet, it's like going to school again. It's Each soul is potentially divine, and the goal is to manifest that divinity. Everything else is secondary.
Of all of the privileges and the opportunities accorded to you because of the circumstances in your life, when you stop and reflect on it, what is the greatest benefit that's come through all of this?
The greatest benefit, I think, is the knowledge that's come from the experience, and that is that I don't really know what it is. It's very subtle, but it's something like, you know, but only by going through certain things do you understand what happened and why it happened, and have some sort of deeper strength that comes out of that. And I suppose that's the main thing, that through the 60 years, I got into India. I think that was the one thing in my life that I could have done without everything else, but that one thing of getting in touch with what's inside through Maharishi and Ravi Shankar and Indian music and this spiritual thing, that was it.
George Harrison's music can also be heard in his newest film release, Water, which opens in theaters around the country today. He's also written songs for the upcoming film, Shanghai Surprise.